It is 9:30 Friday morning, July 22nd. We'll call this special session of the Summerville County Commissioners Court to order. Let the record show Larry Hulsey, Danny Chambers, Kenneth Wood, Don Cranshaw present, John Curtis absent. And I think y'all probably have seen the agenda, so I apologize to the folks that's here right now. We will retire into executive session on personnel, and we'll come out of that. If there's any decisions we need to talk about, we will. We'll take a break, then we'll go back into executive session and we'll discuss real property. Then we will come out of that. We'll probably take a break. Then we will, number 5 will be a report from Brian on the golf course and the expo. And then number 6, we will talk about options regarding the expo center. So, Frank, you're the one I've got first to deal with on personnel. Then I had Wade Bush, I guess he's at the doctor's. If he shows up, we'll go with him. Then I've got Darlene, then I've got the SO. So we'll retire in executive session at this time, and then we'll be out whenever we are. I don't know when that's going to be. You ready? All right, July 22nd, it is 11:42. We'll come out of executive session, go back into regular session, open session. There is no action to be taken on items 1 and 3 in executive session. But let's go ahead and jump to number 6, which says discuss, take action on options regarding the Expo Center. After all the ideas that Frank and his staff has brought to us, and ideas that this group has come up with, many ideas have been discussed. We think we're going to give it an option, a chance that maybe we can operate very, very close to zero. But it's going to take a lot of effort on many different people's parts throughout the whole community. Some of the groups that have got by without anything, they'll either be paying some or they'll be setting up, breaking down. They won't be using my ability as far as running equipment, things like that. But right now, this court, if I'm hopefully speaking for everyone, we're willing to stay on board and try to see what we can do over the next several months. Keep it open, see if our plans work out. So right now, it is not subject to be closed September 30th or December 31st at this time. Thank y'all. Now we'll go back to item number 5, which is a presentation by Brian, profit and loss statements for the Summerville County Expo and the Squaw Valley Golf Course.
You saw in your packet, we've done this before. This is kind of giving you a June 30th update, and I kind of make some to square out some of the comparisons so we can look at a true operational situation. First column being 2015, fiscal year 2015 results. Second column being fiscal year 2016. The real life numbers as of June 30th. This is for the Expo Center. You'll see that the total amount of revenue from sales has dropped $13,460.70 between the 2 fiscal years. And we also made an adjustment because in 2015 that also included $108 of amphitheater rent that's not there this year. So we made that adjustment, which changed that. You'll also see the difference in what I consider non-operational revenues. Interest income has gone up significantly for this fiscal year to the tune of $514.24. And then you'll also see that the subsidy that the general fund has transferred over to the Expo Center increased from $201,000 through June 30th of last year to $203,500 this fiscal year. So, and then the next line item lets you know that the year-to-date total expenses are for the 2 fiscal years. 2015, by this time, total expenses at the Expo were $734,704. 2016, they had decreased to $701,086, which brought down to the year-to-date profit loss, which includes the subsidy. You'll see that this time last year had a loss at the Expo of $29,222.44, and in 2016 with the subsidy it's $6,051 loss. So I then do some more adjustments. I take that subsidy out, and then I also take out what we call our non-recurring charges, which were asset acquisitions in the equipment furniture line. You can see those 2 numbers. And then also unemployment expenses. In 2015 fiscal year, we still had some unemployment expenses from the last round of some culling out of some staff that we had. We actually spent $11,721.84 in unemployment expenses last year. So that you can see the net operational results there through June 30th for the expo. Last year was $195,134.70 real operational loss. This year, $183,693.06. So again, this is through June 30th, and this is without any of the contemplated changes that are being discussed and put forth in our budget worksheets. So we'll be seeing a lot of different, hopefully a lot of different changes in numbers there. The golf course, I think you're going to be very pleased with. Same type of format. The year-to-date revenues, you'll see that for fiscal year 2015 through June 30th, we were at $1,124,987.85. This fiscal year, June 30th, we were at $1,164,727, net increase of just a little bit under $40,000 in revenue. Interest income has also increased this year. The subsidy given to the golf course has decreased, which is the right way I like to see that. So that this time last year we had pushed over $149,225.80 to the golf course. This year only $90,000, which is a decrease of $59,225.80. Year-to-date expenses, last fiscal year at this point was $1,202,565.91. This year, $1,445,613.81. Our year-to-date profit and loss, just based upon those figures alone, last year the golf course was sporting a profit of $71,694.22. This year a loss of $190,619.84. Then we would deduct the subsidy like we did earlier, and then the non-recurring expenses. The biggest change here in your fiscal years, if you remember, right after the beginning of the year is when we purchased the mowers and those bunker rakes. So you look at line item number 441,570, you'll see that $262,349 charge. That was for asset acquisition. So we're actually giving them credit back for that. Same for the debt service payment, $95,327. And for unemployment, you can see the two differences there. We only had $370.72 in unemployment this year. So operational net profit for the golf course as of June 30th is actually $77,427.61. So that is a swing of $48,971 more profit at the golf course through June 30th based upon these adjustments. So very, very pleased with and of course a lot of that has to do with the incredibly mild weather that we've had too. We've stayed open, plus the increased usage by pecan plantation at the golf course has been very, very helpful for us as well. So overall, there's really some good numbers there for the golf course.
Any questions? Comments? All right. We'll move on to item number 6. Back to you, Brian. Do you have any budget transfers or?
No, sir.
7, I'm sorry.
No, sir, we have no budget transfers.
Wow. Don? You have to be happy with that. Anything else?
Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I have a motion by Kenneth,
Second.
second by Don. All in favor of said motion. That's 4 for, 0 against. Thank you, gentlemen, for your patience and time and effort.